with all of the controversy of men and the negativity of modern women and whatnot, let me just clarify some things and put things into perspective for people, because it seems as though people don't have the proper perspective or the proper view of what is going on. Understand that it is not simply throwing blame or anything like that, but you have to put it in a logical perspective, and you have to have sound reasoning when you're assessing all of these things. It isn't, oftentimes men say, this is their major complaint, that, modern women these days are too masculine, especially when it comes to black women. But men say, women are too masculine. They're always trying to take over and take control and all of this. But you don't understand. What you don't understand is why. Why are women suddenly, as compared to back in the day, with our mothers, grandmothers, or whatever, why is it suddenly that modern women are behaving more masculine or authoritative and all of that? Have you asked yourself that question, or have you paid any attention to the reasons that can be behind that? Here is the reason that is something that is amongst the modern women today. The reason why modern women are more masculine or taking on a more authoritative role is because there is a lack of leadership in society by men. Now, again, like I said, I don't want to throw the blame game around or anything like that, throw blame around, but you have to understand. You have to understand, women are not naturally masculine type individuals. We are naturally nurturers. We are naturally caretakers. The men are naturally leaders, because that is what the order was and always meant to be in the Bible. Okay, do you understand? The men are supposed to be the leadership. The women are naturally nurturers. We're caretakers. So women were not bred to or conditioned to, biblically conditioned to, be insubordinate or to be the authoritative spirit. It wasn't naturally like that. See, understand this. In the Bible, Adam and Eve, during the fall, everyone, says that this is how everybody looks at it. Eve is responsible for the fall, and that is why we have this. Women have been usurping the authority of men and just getting men in trouble and all this type of stuff all the way from the beginning. And Eve was the reason behind the fall and ruined all of humanity and whatnot. But what you're not understanding is, take a look at this. Eve was seemingly the one who did the mishap, the deed, right? But Adam, God punished Adam as well when he didn't physically do anything, right? Why did God punish Adam? Because Adam is the authority. Adam is the leader, okay? Adam knew what God told him to do before he made Eve. God gave Adam instructions. God gave him a mindset, a perspective of how to lead, of how to do and what to do. Men are naturally supposed to be responsible and accountable. So Adam was responsible and accountable for Eve. And so for Eve to go off and do something that she wasn't supposed to do, even though she was told as well what not to do, she was still told after Adam. Adam already had the instructions. So he did not complete his obedience to God by, for whatever reason, allowing Eve, or just, throwing his hands up and sitting back, folding his hands, or whatever the case may be, and allowing Eve to do this, because you understand that Adam was with Eve when she did it. So whatever it was, whatever the reason why Adam chose to not do anything to Eve, or with Eve, or whatever, God punished Adam because Adam didn't do anything. He was supposed to be the leader. He was supposed to be the authority. You see, and that is why he got in trouble, and that's why we got to look at it in perspective and understand that a woman isn't going to just automatically just go off the rails. And we do things based on how we're led. We do things based on how, because we're naturally nurturers. Let's bring it up to modern times. If you have a situation to where the woman is, because we naturally need to be supported and nurtured and cared for. Women are naturally desiring to be cared for. We will go to our spouse, our mates, or whatever, and we will ask for the support that we need. We will go to them and we say, I need some help with this, I need some help with that, or whatever. Can you help me do this? Can you help me do that? Oftentimes in those situations, because men, for whatever reason, don't want to step up and do the thing that the woman is asking, for whatever reason, the man will either say, oh, go, can you figure it out on your own? Or the man will say, well, I'm too busy at work. I have to work so much, and I don't have time to do this. So therefore, the women take it upon themselves, okay, I've been rejected this many times of trying to get the support and the care from my spouse, my mate. They're not able to do it, so therefore I have to go out and do it on my own. So that is where the women are taking on this masculine energy, is because the men are not providing it. Now understand that men work hard and they have to, be out and making a living and working, but I have to tell you that although men are expected to be, the workers and to labor out in the fields and whatnot and have to do all of this, you have to understand, though, also, because God didn't give Adam any excuse. God did not give Adam any excuse. So although you have to labor by the sweat of your brow, you still have to organize your life in such a way to where you are still accountable, responsible, and able to support your wife, your mate. If you work so many freaking hours that you don't have time to support your wife, to support your mate, then that's a problem. You've made an idol out of your work. You can't work so many hours to where you're not able to still be supportive and available for your mate. That is what your mate is there for. So to help you, to be your helpmate. So if she's there making sure you go to work with a full stomach, and the kids are taken care of, and all of this, the home front is fine, and all this type of things like that, you are to go out and do the job that is necessary to pay for your family and their basic needs. If you are not able to take care of the basic needs of your family, then oftentimes it is the stress of living outside of your means, which make you then want to work more hours in order to afford these materialistic things. But that is another discussion. That is another argument. But what I'm saying is, women will not need to take on masculine roles if they are functioning in a relationship to where the man is healthily and 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 portraying godly leadership, the woman will not need to take on masculine roles or masculine energy if the man is there doing that for her already. And that is the problem that no one is paying attention to. Women are not becoming masculine just because I just want to just take over and do everything. There's always a reason, an origin as to why things manifest. You have to look at the spiritual issue behind it all. That is why women are taking on a more masculine energy, a more masculine role, is because there is a lack of it. And men get confused what masculinity is. Men think masculinity is being brute and irate and putting your foot down and saying, woman, submit to me, and da-da-da-da. That is not masculinity. That is not masculinity. So men are the ones that are supposed to be in control, in leadership, in authority, right? So all of the problems that is going on in society with women, it first begins with men. There is no other way around it. There is no other way around it. So you have to take accountability for your own things instead of throwing the blame. See, men have been throwing the blame ever since Adam. When God told Adam, or asked Adam, what happened? Adam first threw the blame before anything else, knowing that God put him in leadership, God put him in control. The first thing Adam did was, well, God, the woman that you gave me caused all of this. He threw the blame immediately. Immediately. And see, men have a problem with accepting accountability and saying that women don't accept accountability and women don't da-da-da-da-da. We don't accept accountability because our leadership don't accept accountability. We are a manifestation of the ones that are in control. So you can't get 100% full force mad at women and modern women in today's society without first looking at why they're that way. Do you understand? And that is not to say that all of this stuff that women are doing these days, these modern women and their crazy mindset, not saying that all of this is right. It is not right, okay? There's no justification. There's no full justification. Just like during the fall, Adam and Eve was wrong. That's why she was punished. That's why she was punished. But you have to understand that Adam was punished as well because he's the leader. He is the one it all starts with. He was the first human on the planet. He was told first the order of things and how to do things. Eve came along because God knew that Adam would need some help tending to some things and some help in supporting some things. But Eve did not come along to be the authority. God didn't bring Eve around for the authority. That was Adam. Adam was to be in authority, to be in leadership at all times. At all times. So we have to understand that we cannot just put all of the blame on women when it is both men and women's fault for the state that we're in today between men and women, between the relationship between men and women. We have to understand that we are both at fault. But when it comes to solving this problem, then it's one-sided. Then it is one-sided. The problem at hand is both men and women's fault. Women and men, it is both our fault, yes. But when it comes to solving the problem, we have to put it back into the order that it was first meant to be, which is men are to have spiritual, godly leadership, control, and authority of the woman and the family. There is no, oh, well, the woman ain't going to let me do it. The man is to have spiritual. He has to be spiritually right, spiritually correct in the first place, first of all, before he lead anybody. But men are to be in leadership, in control from the get-go. So in order to fix the problem, we first have to look at the men. We first have to get the men back in order, back in place, back to where they are supposed to be, the men in the family, in the relationship. So if men are tired of seeing how women are behaving in society, go to your brother, go to your brothers, go to your sons, go to your whoever, older men, go to your sons, go to your nephews, your little brothers, whatever. Go to these men, these young men, and instill in them. And stop blaming the woman. Stop blaming everybody else. Because if a woman is single, for whatever reason, if the woman is single and then she raises kids and raises other boys, how do you think that's going to turn out? If the woman is single and she's raising daughters, for that matter, how do you think that's going to turn out? Why is that woman single in the first place? What caused her to have that hatred, that hurt, that trauma, that pain in the first place, to instill it into her sons and daughters, in which it repeats the vicious cycle? The woman did not bring that child into the world by herself. She brought him in with a man. And then the men say, oh, well, if it don't work out, if the woman can't be controlled, if the woman can't be, bruh, if you cannot put in order, and I'm not talking about abuse, and I'm not talking about throwing your authority around like some brute animal. No, you got to lead in a godly way. A woman is naturally able, like quickly, to submit to a man that is respectful, of integrity, godly, and knows how to lead properly. But, of course, you're going to get kickback if you're not exemplifying any of those godly, of integrity qualities. You're going to get pushback because the woman, her energy, her discernment is going to be able to discern that you don't have that leadership in you. And then she's going to act a fool. Is it right? No, it is not right. But you got to understand that she is not that way on her own. She is not going to usurp your authority on her own. She's going to usurp your authority because it is lacking. You have to have the confidence. You have to have the know-how, the energy, the spirit in order to make application of your authority. You have to already have those qualities in order for it to work. So there is no, she can't be controlled. Oh, because trust me, if you have the qualities there, the woman is going to have no problem. The wildest woman is going to have no problem submitting to proper authority. If you cannot get a woman to submit, then it's something that's going on with you, not necessarily with that woman. She's just feeding off of the negativity that you exemplify. So we have to understand this in the sound way that it is. We have to take it back to the Bible. We always have to take things back to the Bible, and we have to understand it in a healthy way, and not just on emotions and just throwing the blame here, there, and everywhere. Because if God said that things have to be in this type of order, then why are we changing that? Why are we changing that today? Let me go ahead and get off of here, but take notes and understand